Now, these are some exam style questions which are given here. You can have a look at it. Just click a screenshot. Now, sources of credit. If I ask you that whenever you are in need of money, where do you go and ask for it? Okay, so you will say parents, brothers, sister, okay, friends, family members, etc. So the same way, even for businessmen, there are certain sources of credit from where they can go and ask for it. Okay, for example, they can go to their parents, family members, friends, colleagues, neighbors, landlords, and then they can also go to banks, cooperative societies, regional banks, microfinance, financial institutions, etc. Okay, so we have divided all those sources into two parts. First, formal source of credit. Second, informal source of credit. Formal source of credit means all those institutional sources of credit which are actually regulated by some body. Okay, central authority. Regulated by central authority, which means those organizations are trustworthy and they are not going to manipulate borrowers, and they are not going to charge very high rate of interest. Okay, there will be some legal documentation. It will be some legal agreement that one has to complete in order to get loan. Okay, also there will be some credit history which is checked. We know that there is some credit score which is checked by all the banks. All the banks have access to your credit score, and they can check whether you have paid your previously borrowed money or not, right? On the basis of which they can decide whether you should be given a loan or not, right? So because this is entire system is very much regulated and safe, so they also need that the person who is borrowing money is actually the person who is going to come back, return the money. Okay, they will also ask you to give something as collateral, a security which is to be kept with banks, so that there is surety that you are going to come back, return their money. Okay, so overall it is a very much formal procedure and fixed repayment schedule which will be agreed upon by the borrower and the lender. Now, informal source of credit, which is not regulated by anybody, which means you will just go verbally ask loan from these sources and you will be given loans. For example, businessmen can go to big traders. Like Salim went to big trader to ask for advance payment for 1000 pair of shoes. Okay, he also went to supplier of leather. So same way, all those sources wherein you just go without any legal documentation, without any legal agreement, you get the money, are called informal sources. Okay, not regulated by anybody. They will always charge higher rate of interest. Their repayments are very much flexible because it is based on some personal relationship, what kind of relationship you have. So when you borrow it from your friend, you can always tell them that this month I am not left with any money, I can repay it to you the next month. So that is on the basis of that personal relationship that informal source of credit functions. Okay, so no formal documentation, no legal requirement, easily accessible, and there is no need to check the background of the person because we know each other, they know each other. Whoever is providing money and whoever is receiving money, they know each other very well. Moving on to next very important topic. What happens that few farmers, few people who are living in village area, poor people, neither they can go to formal sources of credit because sometimes they are not accessible, sometimes they are illiterate to be completing all the tricky and tedious task of documentation. They also don't want to go to informal sources of credit because money lenders charge very high rate of interest. Okay, they don't have any collateral to offer to formal source. So because both the sources, so it was very difficult for them to actually understand where to fulfill their very short-term need of credit. And that is how the concept of self-help group has been developed. So what happens in this system, that few people, let's say 10 to 20 people, they come together, they pool in their money, they save regularly. So every month whatever money has been pooled, which means that becomes the capital. Okay, that capital amount of money can be given to that any member who is in need of short-term credit, and will be given to that person at a very nominal rate of interest, which is very much lower than both the sources of credit we just discussed. Okay, Although self-help groups initially comes under informal source of credit because it is just very much informal group, few people coming together, helping each other. But after it becomes a bigger circle and bigger group of people, okay, helping each other, sometimes government recognizes them with and associate them with a bank, in which bank will then be providing them with some money to be distributed further and earn interest on it. So in that case, it becomes formal source of credit in the later stage. Okay, so always remember, self-help group starts as informal source of credit, but as soon as government recognizes them, associate them with any commercial bank, it becomes formal source of credit. All right, now because members whoever are coming together, they belong to, they trust each other a lot because they belong to same socio-economic background, they live in a particular place, region also. So there is a concept called microcredit, okay, in which very small need of loan can be fulfilled, right? So this concept of microcredit was popularized by Muhammad Yunus, who founded a bank called Grameen Bank in Bangladesh, which actually helped the country to come out of the poverty. That is why he was also awarded with Nobel Peace Prize in 2006. Now, what are the importance of self-help group? This is the most asked question in board examination. Self-help groups help in a lot of ways. It reduces dependence on any other source, like on money lenders who used to charge very high rate of interest. Okay, so now people can just come together and they can offer loan at very reasonable rates. It is seen that women are very much active in such self-help groups, and they are helping each other with starting off very small economic activities in order to improve their life. It has also become an instrument for women empowerment, and they have started income generating activities themselves. Next point is regular saving. We want to develop such regular saving habits in people. It is very simple and easy through SHGs to be created because it is not very big amount that they need to save. It is very nominal amount that they need to save. It is very simple and easy for them to do. Okay, and then last is support to microcredit. So the entire responsibility of government can be helped. The entire responsibility of government to provide credit wherever it is needed in order to improve growth in our country can be helped by such microcredit activities or self-help groups. So these are four importance of self-help groups. We can still go on saying that it helps us improving income of consumers, which leads to better standard of living for people, improves economic growth for the country, per capita income, national income, welfare in the country as well, overall economic growth of the country. So there are two case studies which are given on the most repeated topics for you to practice. So you can just take the screenshot of this and practice at home. I hope you understood the chapter. Let me know in the comment section and subscribe for more such chapters.